All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Habashah, Wahara Kakadash, the honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, Shalom to the hopeful elect and seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some look like the heathen, begin with the 144,000. Preachers, teachers, and prophets, Shalom. It was just on my spirit, man. I looked it up. I typed in, if the U.S. go to war with Iran, how will it affect the U.S. economy? And I just want to read it. It says, AI overview, a U.S. war with Iran would likely cause an immediate spike in oil prices, potentially pushing gasoline toward $5 to $7 per gallon. It says, so just think about that, $5 to $7 per gallon. That's gas. So you got diesel almost double. It says intensifying inflation and causing stock market volatility. Such a conflict threatens the Strait of Hormuz, risking disruption to 20% of global oil supply, fueling higher, broader consumer costs. So everything will go up. And you know, they shut the Strait of Hormuz down for a few hours. They had drills going on yesterday. I believe they did it again today, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But Tuesday they shut it down for a couple hours, shooting missiles near the U.S. Navy ships. You know, Russia, Iran, and China. Excuse. It says economic impact highlights. It says energy and inflation. Oil prices could surge towards $100 per barrel, boosting inflation by up to 1 percentage point. Consumer costs, higher transport and energy costs would likely increase prices for food, airfare, and goods. Financial markets, stock markets will likely see a sharp decline due to increased risk aversion, while gold prices could hit record highs. Well, what's gold now? Ain't it's like 5,000 an ounce or something like that? Something, I forget. Might not be that much. It says monetary policy. It says the Federal Reserve might be pushed. I'm sorry. Monetary policy. The Federal Reserve might be forced to pause interest rate cuts or raise them to fight inflation, slowing business investment, long-term effects, increased national debt due to war spending, with potential long-term costs for veterans and interest. And you know, but what they got going on now, you know, that's a lot of manpower, man. You know, they got to pay for going over there. You know, that's not free. You know, it costs money to go over back east, send all this military personnel, man. You know, and I believe they gave what is it $7 billion or $10 billion to rebuild Gaza or something like that. But you see why America and those 40 countries that's part of that peace deal with Trump being ahead, then they gave what, like 7 billion, if I'm not mistaken. So hey, so you see America's already what, almost 40 trillion dollars in debt, and you still coming up off money, coming up off money, coming up off money, printing it out of thin air. I mean, like what you think that's doing to the dollar? It's devaluing the dollar even more. All right, everything that's going on is devaluing the dollar. All right. Hey, you still haven't paid a lot of these ICE agents. TSA workers. They're not getting paid. Hey, it's still a partial shutdown, but you still, hey, you done gave coughing up 10 billion, man. To rebuild Gaza. Come on, man. All right. It says long-term effects increase national debt due to war spending, with potential long-term costs for veterans and interests. While initial shocks would be severe, the long-term impact could vary depending on the disruption's duration, and the conflict scale. Some analysts suggest a quick resolution could help to a rapid market recovery, while others fear a sustained stagflationary shock. Well, once this regional war start, man, shit, that's it. It ain't no cooling down. It's only gonna increase. All right, it's only gonna get worse. All right, so hey, it's gonna continue to cause major damage. All right, Lord willing, hey, being that they move all the personnel, all the money is involved, troops, Navy, Air Force, boots on the ground. All right, everybody get involved. Hopefully this it, man. And they go ahead and do the damn thing. Cause all this chaos. Therefore, it will affect our economies, most definitely the American economy. Bring forth more struggles. All right, chaos, collapse the dollar, and they bring in this digital system, man. All right, all right. So this is what we hoping for through the spirit of prayer. How about Shema Shot? Well, yeah, I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit of prayer. How about Shema Shot? I wanted to read that, man, cause we sit back to my war all the time. It's other war affects economies, man. Most definitely the American economy. Now, real quick, let's read. I think I got a couple of headlines I want to hit real quick. Also, Father Howard's will. Coins go in. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I do. It says Cuban prison riot erupts as economic crisis deepens. Prisoners have risen up demanding freedom. You see? It's just a lot of chaos going on everywhere. And that digital system, man. Just like you read Revelation 13 and 16, it says bond and free. All right, no one will be able to buy or sell, man. All right, so the bond are free. And those that's in prison will have to take it too. So they can tell those in prison, especially they're gonna have to take it too because like the elders and some of the brothers say sometimes, they might offer them the mark of the beast so they could get out early or something like that. But most definitely they're gonna need it to buy in prison. They got commissary and things of that nature. All right. And remember, it's also a tracking device. All right, keeps up with their health. They do go to medical. They have health issues. It says UK blocks Trump from using RAF bases. UK blocks Trump. I think. Damn, it went blank. UK blocks Trump from using RAF bases for strikes on Iran, and he is already retaliating. So it don't take much to get this guy upset, man. If he don't get his way, he's a big kid. It says the UK is blocking President Trump from using its military air bases for a possible attack on Iran because the lefty government believes such strikes could violate international law and doesn't want Britain implicated, according to a new report. Trump has already hit back by slamming the UK Prime Minister's plan to resolve a long-running dispute over a strategically crucial chain of islands in the ocean. The White House is drawing up plans for a possible military strike on Iran that involves the use of the Royal Air Force Base Fairfield, in England, which is a forward operating base for America's heavy bombers. The Times reported. Let me see. Man, that's it. This phone is starting to freeze. Let me see. Let me see. Smell of poop sparks concern for White House. Smell of poop sparks concern for White House ahead of America 250-year party for the nation's founding. Let me see. I think that's it though. Says Trump says Iran has 10 days to reach nuclear deal to avoid military action. Let me see. This weather crazy. Let me see. NATO orders citizens to immediately evacuate Iran, warning the possibility of a conflict is very real. That's it. I think that's it. Did we hit this early? 7. Yeah, we hit that earlier. I don't need to hit that again. Let's see if we got anything in smart news. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. It says, oh yeah. Thawadi Habashimau Shah. Check this out. New Mexico reopens investigation into alleged illegal activity at Epstein's former Zorro Ranch. Now, y'all got to ask yourselves, man. Who else the Edomites except for these people, man? They got land on the zoos. They own the islands. They got all this money. Come on, man. Check this out. I almost forgot about this. The Wadi Habashimau Shah 5 hours ago. Exclusive. Department of Homeland Security admits its website showcasing the worst of the worst immigrants was rife with errors. And we told y'all that through the spirit and power of Habashimau Shah that they will slander you through that media. All right. Now a lot of these, which we brought the information out the other day by way of the Holy Spirit, that less than 14% of the people that they snatching up are hardcore criminals, man. All right. Yeah, less than 14% of the people that they're grabbing up are hardcore criminals. So everybody else is law-abiding citizens and those with minor infractions. As a matter of fact, it says the Department of Homeland Security admitted that its website featuring what it calls the worst of the worst arrested immigrants was rife with errors and changed the site this week after receiving questions from CNN about it. Department of Homeland Security created the website in December, and the agency, its Secretary Kristi Noem, and the White House have all heavily promoted it on social media as the Trump administration has sought to justify its aggressive and heavily scrutinized immigration enforcement operations. You see, so it don't matter what they put up. Hey, this Trump administration is going to back it, even though it's a lie. All right, even though it's a lie. This is what these Edomites do. All right, this is what these devils do. Slander. In other words, they don't apologize for their mistakes. They just back it up. We keep telling y'all through the spirit of power Yahweh Shema Shai and showing you a prophecy that, hey, we are the target. All right, we are the primary target. All right? We are the primary target because they're going after U.S. citizens soon. All right? They're going to check your social media account, your text messages and Google account and whatever platform you got. And they can see what type of information you've been putting up, what you've been watching, and they're coming after you. All right? It says the website currently lists about 25,000 people along with the crimes. The agency says they were arrested for or convicted of included many who were initially linked only to relatively minor offenses. So all them people that said were hardcore criminals, rapists, murderers, they were lying. All right. Hey, when they pull over and they're in these Minnesota and these other cities, well, I think they're out of Minnesota now. They said, well, we're going after the worst of the worst. But they even told you, and they even told you and brought the information out. Former ICE agent even told you. Okay, journalists told you. We told you through the Spirit of Prayer, how about Shema Shai? There's no way you could just randomly pick up people and say they are the worst of the worst. You don't even know them. You see? We told you they just Israelite profiling. All right? That's what they're doing. And they make up a narrative and run with it. And these people roll right with it, man. And they be like, yeah, they're picking up the worst of the worst. And you don't even know what the hell you even talking about. Y'all just going along with the narrative. They go to show you how stupid people are, and they believe everything on TV. All right? Everything these devils say, because they're in the position of power, and mainly because Yahweh Shema Shai got these people fooled. Hey, these people believe everything, anything that come out of their mouth. So you know when they start slandering us, the Israelites, the hopeful elect, the seeking to be the elect, hey, all those Israelites, hey, the true believers and the hypocrites of Israel. When they start slandering us, people are going to believe it, man. Hey, that's why Yahweh Shai said, hey, your family, mother, father, brother, sister, kinfolks, even brethren, will cause someone to be put to prison or put to death. Because even some members of the, even true believers, or those of the circumcision, going to believe a lot of this stuff that's being put up. You know, that would be the hypocrites, all right? The hypocrites of Israel are going to believe it. And you know, our family members that's not in the truth, they believe every damn thing on TV, all right? They just as dumb as everybody else. That's what we tell y'all through the Spirit of Prayer, how about Shema Shai. Hey, watch how you deal with your family. All this, it's the holidays, you want to hang, man, the hell with your family, man. All right? The hell with going to see them and spend time with them. All right? That ain't to say you can't have a good time. No, but just limit your time with them, man. Like the scriptures say. All right? Observe the time when you're amongst the indiscreet. That's in Ecclesiastes. But it says, but Department of Homeland Security this week conceded its website was filled with inaccuracies after receiving questions about a CNN analyst of the website. A Department of Homeland Security spokesperson admitted on Tuesday that the charges against hundreds of immigrants listed on the website were described incorrectly by the agency. The spokesperson attributed the inaccuracies to a glitch. It wasn't no damn glitch. You typed it. You put it in there. Now, it's y'all fault. Or excuse me, it was a glitch. Glitch that they said the Department of Homeland Security worked to remedy. It shouldn't have never been there. The damage is already done. The face is plastered and the narrative is out. Hey, one thing about it, they're not gonna broadcast across the news and put all 25,000 faces, which the number's higher, and say, okay, this is what they really done, and we slandered these individuals. They're not gonna do that. They're just like when they first started in D.C. They had so-called illegals pictures up on the forefront, and they had supposedly what they've done. And I think like a week later they had to take it down. You see? Slander. It says, the spokesperson said on Wednesday that the glitch had been resolved. A CNN review of the website found that thousands of people listed on the website were described by the agency as being convicted of or arrested for serious charges, including sex crimes, or different forms of homicide, but hundreds more who DHS considered the worst of the worst were described as being arrested for or convicted of far less serious crimes, including single charges of traffic offenses, marijuana possession, or illegal reentry, a federal felony that involves someone reentering the United States after having been previously deported. So you see, CNN could not independently verify the descriptions of each of the thousands of people listed on the website. So you see, man, that's pretty much the point, man. It says, ask whether drawing an equivalent between traffic offenders and killers might undermine the agency's public messaging about its operation. The public is not going along with you anyway. The public don't like you. Then you lying. You snatching up people all willy-nilly. All right, causing chaos. Hell, you snatching up kids, babies, separating from families. Hell, you shooting white women. DHS said that many of those, hey, you raping people? DHS said that many of those, you violate people's rights. DHS said that, hey, you know the hardship and strain you putting on and stress you putting on people? Hey, they got to miss work. Some getting fired. People don't think about that part. These people got to pay bills. You're not reimbursing these people. You're not getting their jobs back. You're not getting no money. DHS said that many of those the agency listed with single minor crimes had actually been arrested for or convicted of multiple crimes. Yeah, how we know? Hell, you could be making this up now. They try to back your end. Some of which were more serious. This is a glitch of the worst of the worst website. They impacted about 50%. About 5% of the entries. So what? 25% is what? So you saying 25,000 is 5% of your interest? Shut your ass up. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. But that's the point. I'll read this last part. It says, many of these who are listed as traffic offense and illegal reentry, which is a felony, have additional crimes, the spokesperson said. It just reiterating itself, adding the agency was working to fix the issue. The spokesperson did. Now it's a question about what type of glitch could cause the people on the website to be described incorrectly. You typed it. All of these individuals have been arrested by ICE, and all of them committed crimes breaking our nation's laws, including some who had felonies for illegal reentry, the spokesperson said. Let me see. Scores of United States warplanes head for key bases amid standoff with Iran. That's it, man. That's it. The video getting a little too long now. But yeah, I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit of Paya. How about Shimon Shah? So I pray for the next day. How about Shimon Shah? Shalom.